So today I wanted to tell a story about a couple of clients that I had. So I opened a gym with my ex-wife called My Trainer Fitness in 2014. And I'd already been a personal trainer for a couple of years, and we decided to open our own facility. And it was a small place on Sherwood Way. It was like 2,500 square feet, and it did really well. We specialized in personal one-on-one training, small group training, like 3 to 5 people, and boot camp classes. And we had a couple other classes. Anyway, we had these 2 clients, and they were husband and wife, and they would come in and I would work them out, and they were obsessed with being sore. They'd come in and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, that was such a good workout. Like, I feel so sore. Like, yes, it was a good workout." And I'd be like, "That's awesome," and we started to progress 2, 3, 4 weeks in, and they'd come in, I'd be like, "How you feeling?" They'd be like, "Well, I'm a little sore, but and they were getting better and better. And one day they came in and they were like upset, I'm like, "What's going on?" They're like, "We're not sore today. We want to be sore." And I was like, "What? Like, why do you want to be sore so bad?" And so what I found out was that they were basing the effectiveness of their workout on how sore they were, which is a huge mistake. If you're doing that, stop doing that. So soreness, what it is lots of people think, "Oh yeah, it's lactic acid buildup." So it's actually micro tearing of the muscle fiber. So micro tears in the muscle, the fascial tissue. That's what causes soreness. It's like micro bruising. And there are 3 reasons soreness happens, generally, maybe 4. 1 is if you're brand new, right, a shock to the body. 2 is volume, then you got load, and you got variation. So either you're brand new, load, you increase weight, volume, you increase reps or the amount of sets you do, or variation, you change up what you're doing. That's what causes soreness. So the idea is when you work out, you want to work out in phases, like 4 to 6 week phases, and then things change. And the idea, it's called periodization. The idea is that you're getting better as you go, and after you create mastery over the movements or exercises, then you make it a little bit harder and you add on to what you previously learned. So that's why gauging the effectiveness of your workout based on how sore you are is a big mistake. Because what should happen is at the beginning of each phase, of each new workout phase, you should feel sore because it's a variation, right? New exercises, maybe new load, more volume. But then as you progress toward the end of the phase, you should stop being as sore, right? Because your body adapts to it. It overcomes. There's a principle called the principle of specificity, which means by introducing new levels of stress, your body's forced to overcome or adapt. That's why change occurs. So it's important to introduce new levels of stress, but not too early, right? So you're trying to get to the point where you're not as sore toward the end of the phase. Anyway, so don't worry about being sore, right? It's more about mastery over the movements. All right, take care.